pardon me a moment. There's going to be some jostling of the microphone as I put on the pop filter today. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for clicking on me today. Here we are. Hello. Much better. Thank you very much for clicking on me today. My name is Voralex. Some people call me Lex, which I welcome. Let's get situated. Yeah. There we go. I just got home from my day job as a public school or a public high school math teacher. Oh, we already have the desktop audio going. Might as well go to this then. Where was I? Here we go. As a public high school math teacher, and I am quite tired. Not as tired as I was yesterday, fortunately. But I am still a certain degree of, work tired, as one gets. And I'm ready to relax. As you can see, I will be relaxing today with some Pokemon Elite Redux. Because, let me go back to this other screen real quick. Because I am a public school teacher, I feel it is valuable to have... Hey, Micro. Good to see you. I don't recognize that emote, but it's good to see you. Welcome back. I feel it is valuable to have some disclaimers about what I'm trying to do here and how I conduct myself. You might agree, you might disagree, whatever. I haven't had a problem, but I still believe that these disclaimers are important. So here they are. They're on screen. Let's get over to Elite Redux. Now, if memory serves, we are in the Fortree City gym. Yes. Yes, Micro, I am indeed a math teacher. I'm a math teacher in a public high school. I enjoy my job very much. I value a lot. Yeah, I feel fulfilled in it. Tired, but fulfilled. I think we beat this guy last time. We have several more battles to do in the Fortree gym. Looks like 3. 3 more battles to do before we fight Winona here. And we are still using the Sun team that I made one route ago. I do predict I'm going to change this team before I actually fight Winona. I imagine I'm going to get rid of Brontanana and Popcorn. But I'm not sure what I would replace them with yet. Oh. Does that sound get picked up by OBS? I'll have to watch the VOD back. I imagine it's poor form for stream. Yes? Oh, thank you for confirming. I imagine it's probably poor form for me to let that sound get picked up by stream. I will see what I can do about that. Right now, though, it just is what it is. I will try to learn more about this hobby, see if I can mute that sound somehow, or at least have OBS not pick it up. Leech Seed is a frustrating move here. Lava Plume should finish off the Tropius. I don't predict the crit mattered, but I appreciate getting it. How have you been today, Micro? It's good to see you again. How you doing? We have Archeops and Emolga. I wonder if we can gem missile the Archeops so that Eruption finishes it off immediately afterwards. Oh yeah, excellent. Another crit. Oh my word. That was gross. Should I? Maybe I'll do this over the course of the coming week before I stream again next week. But should I have a highest damage? Something like this. Highest damage, whatever that was, 688. I'll consider that. That might be a fun thing to keep track of for this run. Okay, we have this double battle. Everything in this run is a double battle, but this one is supposed to be a double battle anyway. Intimidate doesn't do anything to us immediately, because both of these are special attackers. Oh, that's very cool to hear, Micro. Looking for a ROM hack or fan game that's a bit challenging to build up into more difficult stuff. Have you found anything that looks promising yet? What has stood out to you? And hey, if anything, maybe you have found something that I could be interested in. I am always on the lookout for a new Pokemon experience. Radical Red? Absolutely. That is from what I've seen, that is a correct assessment. A really tough one is a fair summary, yeah. Radical Red is kinda brutal. You heard it has G-Max and Mega Pokemon. Perhaps? Yes, that looks accurate from what I can find. I mean, I imagine you've looked into it more than I have at this point. But that looks accurate. Drifblim burning itself is interesting here. I wonder what benefit it's looking for from that. Flare boost. 50% special attack boost if burned. Do I have any recommendations? A ROM hack or fan game that's a bit challenging, but not too challenging. Intended as a build-up into more difficult stuff. So, this may sound like low-hanging fruit because I'm literally streaming it right now. But I do feel it's important to point out Pokemon Elite Redux here. You see in the top right where it says difficulty, ace, and level caps more. There are 3 settings for that. You can adjust difficulty, I think it's normal, ace, and elite. And from what I've heard, they're working on an even harder difficulty to come out later. Level caps are a different setting, but they're related to difficulty. Higher or harder level caps means you use lower leveled Pokemon against your opponents. Elite Redux, I like that kind of customizability. Technically the same hack or the same game having levels of difficulty, I think is quite cool. Another game that has that, I think, is Pokemon Insurgence. In my extremely biased opinion, Insurgence is my favorite fan game. It's not a ROM hack, it's a full fan game. It's my favorite that I've played so far. That one also has a difficulty setting in it. You can change the difficulty of that. The story might not be up to your taste. I suggest giving it some patience or giving it some grace, or looking into that a bit to see if it's something you would like. It's my favorite, bar none. Something similar in terms of... I've had a good time with Pokemon Reborn. Similar kind of... I have a similar suggestion regarding its story. Make sure it's the kind of story that you would enjoy before immersing yourself in it. Or if you're after the gameplay, which I think is quite good, give the story some grace and some patience. Let's think of some others. Blazing Emerald. Elite Redux is a hack of Pokemon Emerald. Another hack of Pokemon Emerald that I had a great time with was Blazing Emerald. I found it to be harder than Emerald itself, but still stupendous. I think the developers of Pokemon Reborn have another game, Pokemon Rejuvenation. That one might not be fully done. Maybe. Please don't quote me on that. But last I heard, they're still working on Rejuvenation. There's a playable bit of that, but it's not done. Anything else? Can I think of anything else that's kind of intended as a bit challenging? There's a lot more out there, but not necessarily ones that, you know, I've played myself. I feel like I'm hitting my microphone a lot today. I apologize for that. Gonna mute for a drink of water here. That Draco Meteor crit didn't even deal half of Tyranitar's health. What a beefy Pokemon. This run, curiously, I'm finding out that I perhaps should have been using Redux Tyranitar in previous runs. This thing is doing great. I wonder... Reuniclus is still at full health. So I can still Eruption with it. Yeah, at the very least, it can't hurt to, you know, Google ones that I recommended. I'm not any kind of authority on Pokemon fan games. I just really like playing them. But even in the grand scheme of things, I haven't played many, and I understand that. I do find Elite Redux on the lowest difficulty to be much harder than any of the existing official Pokemon games. But on the lowest difficulty, I find it to be a pretty cozy experience. And it's really cool as from the strategy standpoint, I think. Hi Coco, welcome back. Good to see you as well. Good evening. Is it strange that I just waved at my screen? That's a little weird. I mean, it felt weird to me. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Certainly felt strange. But it's good to see you nonetheless. I think that was the last of the trainer battles in the Fortree gym. Now, I said I wanted to change my team here before Winona. I don't think Brontanana or Popcorn are going to do a darn thing in this battle. Heliamoto can still do stuff due to being electric type. Reuniclus is still incredible. I mean, it's really hard to argue with priority eruption. And Tyranitar is rock type. The priority super effective gem missile sounds like it would be a great thing to use here. But I am going to try to replace Brontanana and Popcorn. I'm just not certain what I want to replace them with. Congratulations on finishing your berry encounter run, Coco. I remember yesterday you were right in front of the league. 20 to 25 minutes to beat it. That's awesome. Well done. Congratulations. I don't think I care enough about Relicanth to use it here. Although, I'm pretty sure it does have a Mega. It's kind of tough finding a Pokemon that fits in with a Sun team that is super effective against flying. Solrock can do it. I mean, the heck, it has Drought on its own. Maybe I can give it Sun Worship, and that would be fine. What's that thing next to Crocodile? Which one of these? There's Arctozolt, and an alternate evolution for Lycanroc. A different form of Lycanroc. That is what I was referring to. Nice. Let me show you here the online Pokedex for Elite Redux. You've got Lycanroc Midnight, Day, Midnight, Dusk, This is Lycanroc Eclipse. Now this thing I didn't know existed. Lycanroc Twilight. Which is neat looking. But what you're seeing in game right now is Eclipse Lycanroc. I had this when I was using a Fog team, you see here. Fog is a weather condition that is in Elite Redux. Your berry team swept Glacia. Almost made it out with full HP. Tiny bit. Had to sacrifice just a little bit of HP to get through Glacia. Well done. I think I'm going to put in Solrock here. And then what else can benefit from Sun and would be super effective against flying? Mega Butterfree is what swept Glacia. Shout out to Butterfree coming in clutch. That's really cool. I'm glad Butterfree could be so powerful for you in that battle. Now Flygon here I like a lot, but it's obviously not it wouldn't benefit from the sun. I'm not necessarily looking for a fire-type Pokemon, just something that could reasonably benefit from the sun. Tortemple? It has Drought. Haven't used Tortemple in a while. Might bring it back. Setting Smokescreen would be awesome. Does it get any new moves by leveling up? Oh my word. The rest of your team. So you had Mega Butterfree, Cherub, Vivillon, Crabominable, Volbeat, and Ferrothorn. What a unique team. I must admit I wasn't expecting to see Crabominable on there, but I do remember now, thinking about it, that Crabrawler is a berry encounter. So yeah. Neat team. It's cool to see Vivillon on there too. I wouldn't have expected that either. Most of the things that benefit from sun are either fire type or grass type. And I think I have enough fire. And it's really hard. Well, no, I don't think it's just difficult. I think it's probably impossible to find an ice type that benefits from sun. Unless we're looking at Redux Empoleon, because it's part fire, fire ice, and could have drought. Yeah. You know what? We're gonna do it. It's time. I said I might get a Redux Empoleon eventually. Ah! And here I am. Let's do it. It's time. Where are you? Did I pass by it? Piplup. And let's get the Megastone for it, and Polianite R. Yup. Hello there. Hello there, Piplup. Yep, excellent. Evolve again. What a great sprite. Great sprite for Redux Empoleon. Now, we know Mega Empoleon is going to be a special attacker. And just in case we can't swap it back to this form, let's get its moves set here. It doesn't inherently have any accuracy bonuses, so sheer cold is hard for me to justify here. But, oh, hold on. Cryomancy gives us 5 times Frostbite chance, which means chilling water becomes guaranteed to inflict Frostbite. I like the sound of that. What are the Redux Pokemon? That's a great question, Micro. Redux Pokemon are basically this hack's version of regional forms. Like Empoleon, Redux Empoleon is basically the regional Empoleon form. They've got the Weedle line, Psyduck, Growlithe, Abra, Machop. I happen to really like this sprite for Redux Machamp. Doduo, Seal, the Clefairy line, Gligar. I love the sprite for Redux Gliscor. But you know how, for example, Pokemon Legends Arceus has Hisuian Pokemon, the regional, like, Hisuian Growlithe, or Hisuian Typhlosion, for example, the regional forms. Redux Pokemon are this game's regional forms, and a lot of them are really cool. Like on my team right now, I have Redux Tyranitar, this guy. And he's got a Mega, which has this incredible sprite here. I've used Redux Exploud before in a run. Not this one, but, you know, I've used it before. On screen a bit ago, I had Redux Flygon. The sprite for Mega Redux Frostlass is incredible. This thing looks amazing. And they're always making new Redux Pokemon. There's a ton of them. Freeze Dry, excellent. What fire type move do I want to use? I think Classic Flamethrower? Okay, so oh, shoot. I want the coverage from Chilling Water, though. I think I'll give this thing Nasty Plot and give it a plus speed nature. Will make you timid. That should be fine. Redux Machamp. brings the Monster Hunter PTSD against a Rajang. This thing looks amazing. It's an absolute unit. And it's got a mega form, of course. With one of my favorite abilities in the game, a combination of no guard and all dragon type moves are punching moves, which is very important for this ability, Raging Boxer, that lets punching moves hit twice, so all dragon type moves hit twice. This mega's awesome. I think this Pokemon is good. I think this is ready. And this guy... let's go back to Empoleon. Frostburn. Automatically triggers an Ice Beam after using a Fire-type move. So this thing can use Flamethrower, and an Ice Beam will go off immediately afterwards. Let's go. Mega Redux Empoleon here. Very cool. Moves hit twice, 5 times Frostbite chance, which we are using for utilizing Chilling Water for the guaranteed Frostbite. Super cool. Freeze Dry, 50% chance to Frostbite. Awesome. I'm very excited for that Empoleon. Now Solrock. Ups highest stat +1 on entry when sunny. Solar Flare. Let's check real quick what Chloroplast does. Let's remind ourselves. Chloroplast. The attacks that get buffed by sun always act as if they're in sun. But it's going to be in sun anyway. Not sure you want a water move on a sun team on its less Hydro Steam or Steam Eruption. That makes sense. Chilling Water won't do much damage. But I like the guaranteed Frostbite and the coverage. But, no, wait. I don't need coverage on this thing. I don't need water coverage on that because I have it on Reuniclus. What's the website you're using for checking the Redux stuff? This URL up here. Let me put it in chat. This is the Elite Redux online Pokedex. I just put it in chat. I hope that link works for you. Constant full power Solar Blade. Fire Stab. Normal moves become fire? Oh yeah. Wow. Okay. I didn't realize that part. This thing is going to be jolly. And even with... yeah, this thing... so, due to sun worship, Solrock will certainly get an attack boost. It worked. Nice, thank you for confirming. Hey, Diamond, good to see you again. Frostbite isn't that important if we just keep using fire moves to get it off of them. I suppose that's true. You're correct about that. Fire Stab will probably be removed from Solar Flare. That doesn't sound necessary, but I'm not upset by it. That sounds like an it is what it is kind of thing. It's not the decision I would have made, but that's okay. Morning sun is interesting here. At least I find it neat. Oh, I see. I remember you telling me about that now, Coco. Abilities like aerolate and refrigerate, and in this one, we're talking about right now, immolate, will give the stab damage bonus if the Pokemon doesn't already have the type. I remember you telling me about that now. Oh, V-Create would be awesome, but I really don't like the lowered stats. You saw the buffed barrier? I think I scrolled past it. Light screen and reflect during psychic terrain. That sounds like a great move to use during the Moss Deep gym. I will absolutely keep this in mind for Moss Deep. Tate and Liza, for me, is a scary battle. I'm always afraid of that thing. That encounter. Full power solar blade immediately. Very cool. Cherim has a solar flare as an innate too. I imagine Cherim did a lot for you in your Elite Four encounters. I remember you telling me about how Cherim's damage bonuses can get wild. Yeah, I think the Soul Rock is fine. It is what it is at this point. No, you know what? We're going to put Choice Scarf on the Soul Rock because it's going to get +1 attack when it comes in due to its Sun Worship ability. Then what am I going to give as an extra attack? Does it matter? Probably not. I mean, Explosion is funny. Let's put it on here just for funsies. What item do I give Empoleon? Expert Belt. Why not? Let's do it. Okay. Time to fight Winona. Oh. I saw the... Or I talked briefly about the water coverage on Empoleon, but I forgot to swap it out for Powder Snow. Powder Snow can hit both targets, whereas Chilling Water can only hit one, and it will still guaranteed Frostbite, which, valuable or not during when I'm going to be using so many Fire-type moves, I get that. I still like the sound of it. Oh, hey, that's a good idea too. Putting Flame Burst on Mega Empoleon so that Flame Burst's priority lets you immediately use that little Ice Beam afterwards too. Oh, this Enamorous with Queenly Majesty preventing me from using priority. That sucks because I can't use Eruption or Flame Burst here. Oh, this Thunderbolt is probably going to down the Reuniclus. Rip. Great start to the gym battle. Okay, lucky burn on the Rotom. So I need to bring in something that's not going to utilize priority because the Enamorus is still up. We have +1 attack Soul Rock. And even... because Rotom's Air Blower set Tailwind, so both of them are so much faster. Enamorus is guaranteed to kill something. What is it going to kill? 81% chance on Soul Rock. Oh. Soul Rock's job might be Soul Rock's entire role might be to get sacked. That's so silly. Oh, they swap out. Just kidding, we're so in. Oh! Soul Rock surviving just enough to do the rock slide. Wow. But, of course, Lava Plume. You did your job, Soul Rock. How silly. We have a Hisuian Braviary coming out. Let's bring out Mega Empoleon. Is Tailwind still up for them? Yes, this is their last turn of Tailwind. The Enamorus is not in the battle anymore, so there's no reason we can't use priority. 600 speed on the Braviary, oh my word. Is the Braviary going to kill anything? Oh my gosh, yes. It could annihilate Empoleon. No, thank you. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. Velozel is probably going to get one shot here. But its entire goal is to come in, set up Tailwind, which it just did. Nice. Okay. That's not the move I was expecting. So my team now has Tailwind. Their side does not. I should be faster with darn near everything I'm doing. Enamorus comes back, so I can't use priority. But everything Velozel has is priority. And this Enamorus can't do anything to the Tyranitar, but will one-shot Velozel. So I'm gonna Lava Plume. Protect with Velozil, the only thing that it can currently do. Please, thank you. The Protect saving it from Enamorus and the Lava Plume from Tyranitar, while the Lava Plume secures 2 kills. I am not often proud of the moves that I make in this hack on this stream, but I'm pretty proud of that one. In Elite difficulty, Winona leads with Velozil and Fearow. Fearow's really cool to see there. I'm glad Pokemon like Fearow get some representation in the highest difficulty. That's quite cool. This Oricorio. Oh, that's going to Mega Evolve. Wow. That's going to be brutal. Hopefully, though... Cool sprite. Hopefully, though, the Priority Razor Wind and the Gem Missile will give it the good old 1-2 punch. Oh, not quite. Not quite enough. The Hurricane missed! Cotton Candy Bird. This Tyranitar holding on for dear life. Now those, Coco, those Pokemon are more like what I would expect to see in Elite difficulty. Mega Aerodactyl, Tornadus, Moltres, and Galarian Zapdos. That's what I'm talking about. So Gem Missile should still be able to... Wait, am I still in Tailwind? Yes, I am. So I can Magma Storm, Corviknight, Razor Wind, because I'm still in Tailwind, will have priority, and take out the Oricorio. Awesome. Aw, little crit on the Corviknight. Magma Storm probably won't kill, but it sets up the Fire Spin effect. So no matter what happens here, the Corviknight's going down. Rough start to the Winona battle. But I dare say we've got it. Excellent. GG Winona. Redux Tyranitar, your sacrifice will not be in vain. Of course it won't. Redux Tyranitar, a unit of this team. I did not expect Redux Tyranitar to be as bulky as it wound up being. Even against that what was it, close combat? I forget what physical fighting type move it tanked there at the end. But this thing is meant to be like, I gave it an assault vest, and one of its abilities is to take less damage from water and ice. In several streams in the past, we've seen this thing take special water type moves like no problem. But that battle really showed me how great Redux Tyranitar can be. And I wasn't even using its Mega form, because its Mega doesn't have Drought. Okay, with Winona's badge under our belt, if we look at her elite team, on the online decks, one team member will be changed in the future. Mineshao? You said she leads with Fearow and Velozel. So Mineshao getting changed for Velozel, Mega Aerodactyl, and you said Tornadus for Thundurus. Yeah. But this is the team that we just faced from her normal team. It looks like they haven't quite updated her team, or her elite team at least, in the online decks. She'll have Mega Mineshao. It's awesome. Mineshao's a personal favorite of mine. Love the idea of a Mega Mineshao. That thing being right here in the elite decks, or the online decks. Immune to flying. Always hits. This thing is awesome. I'm absolutely going to use this in a run at some point. Now, this guy's very funny. Don't miss the part flying. Oh! I didn't even realize. It gains flying type. Always hitting due to Qigong here means guaranteed hurricane. High jump kick. Guaranteed. Does it have dynamic punch? Dynamic punch, yep. As a level up move. Very cool. What other? Whirling Strikes having 90 accuracy, guaranteed hit on that. Very cool. I wonder how Mega Mineshao could do in doubles with a teammate. I don't know why this is coming to mind. There are probably more straightforward options for this. Guaranteed Giga Impact. Absolutely. What would normally have been 90 accuracy, guaranteed Giga Impact. I don't know why this option is coming to mind. There's probably more straightforward ones, but I'm thinking Mega Mineshao as a doubles partner with something with Aerolate spamming Boom Burst. So you've got a flying type Boom Burst coming out. Mega Mineshao being immune to that damage but getting its speed boosted instead of getting hit by that flying. There are probably more straightforward ways to do that. but that's what comes to mind. Is Mega Mind Shao already in the game? Can I already... It's on the online dex. Can I get it? Because we can try that. No, not that one. This one. Mine Shao-ite, where are you? Come on now. Mine Shao-ite. Nope, nope, nope. Oh my gosh. Come on, Vorlex. Do I already have one? I do. Oh, and it's shiny. Recent Mega probably affected by can't choose moves. That's okay. We will make sure we've got it all set up here before we Mega Evolve it. Fighting Spirit here is part of Qigong. So those normal type moves, like, as you said, the Giga Impact and Hyper Beam, becoming extremely dangerous. I love the sound of guaranteed dynamic punch, so I do think I'm going to make this thing physical. Fake Out is cool. Can I baton pass the speed boosts away? that'd be funny. Guaranteed whirling strikes, there it is. And then it would be Giga Impact, right? But needing to No! No! Because Qigong gives Rampage. And Rampage means that if my recharge move kills, it doesn't need to recharge. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yes. Stupendous. Do I really need Fake Out here, though? Probably not. What would be better than Fake Out? Coverage, perhaps? U-turn? I think you're right. U-turn to utilize Regenerator. But no. Baton Pass would also utilize Regenerator, but would let me preserve the speed boosts. Yeah, and now we Mega Evolve. Boop! And indeed, thank you for the heads up on that. We can't swap it back. But here we go. Yep. Awesome. Okay. Now, using Mind Shao here, I think it's basically confirmed that I'm not going with the Sun team anymore. We got the Sun team for Route 120, whatever, for the that long route with, we did the May battle, we did the Weather Institute with her. Wow. Gosh, Vorlex. The May battle, the Weather Institute, Winona, with this Sun team. I feel good about it. Now, I want a Pokemon with Air Relate that would also get a move that could hit everyone everyone on the field. Something with air relate, but has a move that hits everything on the field, like Boom Burst. Now for that, I think Salamence doesn't get Boom Burst. Can I finally figure out how to do the filters? Air relate moves Boom Burst. Can I finally figure out how to make that work? Oh, I see. Yep. Figured it out. Noivern. Noivern with air relate and Boom Burst. Okay. Do I already have a Noivern? I don't think I do. I don't remember picking one up. Okay. So that's going to be our first job next time. My first goal next stream will be getting a Noivern. For now, though, we've just hit an hour of stream, which is longer than I try to. I try to average somewhere in the 50s, somewhere in the 50 minutes. So I'm going to call it there. Thank you so very, very much for joining me in today's stream. Thank you for clicking on me, whether you're in stream right now or whether you're watching a VOD. I appreciate... Cat, shut up, please. I hear you. I'm sorry, my cat... One of my cats is going nuts right now. Elite Redux just finished downloading. That's very exciting. I'm glad you decided to give it a try, or at least to download it. I'm very excited to hear what you think. My next stream will be, or should be, next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Next Wednesday being November 12th. Sometimes life or work does get in the way. I don't do streaming for a living, of course. I'm a teacher. I stream whenever I can get home on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and sometimes I can't always make that happen. But you will absolutely hear an update as soon as I know whether there's a change to that schedule via my Blue Sky. That's the only thing I use my Blue Sky for. You don't even have to go follow my Blue Sky. You don't need a Blue Sky of your own, because that feed gets that feed shows up here on Twitch in my About section. So you can check there if you don't like Blue Sky or you don't have one. I'm not looking for follows specifically on Blue Sky. It is what it is, just to be clear about that. Thank you all so much for chatting today. Micro, Coco, Diamond, it was really good to see you all again. Thank you for all your input. That's what... I almost said that's what I have for y'all today, because that's what I say in a classroom. I have to get out of the teacher mindset. Thanks for being here, y'all. Good to see you. I will stream next Wednesday, most likely. I will do my best. Have a good one, y'all.